Hello there, Aries. Welcome to your weekly check-in. So this week it is Libra season, and we've got all that energy opposing you. We're building towards the Libra solar eclipse. So that's opposing the North Node in your sign. And we have Mercury on Thursday moving into Libra as well, creating this opposition. So there's a lot highlighting your relationships, your connections with other people, but also highlighting your relationship with yourself and being self-partnering and being self-generative this week. So your ruling planet Mars is in Libra too, so Mars opposing you can be quite uncomfortable to have your ruler in opposition. It really does shed a light on who you are as a person. It is going to move out of Libra soon, but for this week, it's making an opposition to that node as well. This is really about the source of all, which is you. You are the source of your own reality, of your own universe. You're the center of your own universe, and so remembering that, that's easy for Aries to remember, but it's about not allowing the energy to sway you. So things may feel like this kind of oppositional energy can make you very angry, can make you feel very resentful towards other people if you allow it. The Nine of Wands signifies, that you are moving in the right direction and that perseverance is going to get you there. So using your imagination, using your creativity and all of your assets, Aries, is what I'm hearing for you. So your assets and staying with it. Keeping on going, moving through with the Nine of Wands. Maybe there is a darker time. Maybe you're at the crunch of something, and this is just the indicator that you have it all within you. You are the source of it all, and you just need to push through a little bit longer. Now, the Knight of Coins is the card of Virgo, and we have Venus moving into Virgo. We have Lilith moving into Virgo this week as well, Virgo being your 6th house. So this could be about your mastering yourself with all of this energy in the 6th house, okay? Mastering your mind, mastering your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, maybe mastering your lifestyle, your habits, your daily routines. So there's some sort of like mundane detail that you need to pay attention to this week, and it all comes back to you and who you are as an individual. So how do you want your life to look? What do you want your day to look like every single day, Aries? What kind of day, what kind of events, what kind of habits, what kind of routines, what kind of rituals would you like for yourself? Having a think about that this week will be of benefit to you. And that is your weekly check-in. Have a wonderful week, Aries, and I'll see you again next week. Take care. Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly check-in. So this week, your ruling planet Venus will shift into Virgo. So out of Leo into Virgo. It just did a retrograde in Leo throughout September, and so we might see the results of that retrograde start to take shape this week or early into next week as well. We'll start to see it manifest as it moves into Virgo, into your 5th house. We also have Mercury moving into Libra, into your 6th house, and it is Libra season, and we are building towards a Libra eclipse as well. So I feel like for you this week, though, that maybe it'll all be a little bit too much, Taurus. Like there's a lot going on and it may become overwhelming. So with the 8 of Cups, it represents a resistance to taking the next step, a resistance to moving forward and to releasing and letting go of something that needs to be let go of. And with the 7 of Cups there, that's why it's becoming quite confusing. So there is a need to detach and let go of something, Taurus, but this week it's like you're still holding on, you're still gripping, and that's why your mind may be a little bit chaotic, and you may not really be able to put your finger on what it is. You may not be able to grasp any momentum, any forward motion, because there's something that needs to be released, something that you're quite fixated on, something that you're not ready to let go of. Be patient is the message this week. So just be patient with yourself. If you're not quite ready there, maybe you do know what it is and you're still not ready, and that's okay. Be patient with yourself. Work through what you need to work through so that you can gain some clarity, so that you can let it go. With the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups represents illusions. So maybe there's a little bit of, maybe you're in denial a little bit, and there's a little bit of illusions around this, around why you should hold on to it or why you should let it go. So there's some things to explore there as you're working through this energy this week, Taurus. So that is your weekly check-in. Thank you for being here with me. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again next week. Take care. Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly check-in. This week, your ruling planet Mercury will move into Libra, into your 5th house. So you'll feel that energy straight away, okay? Because Mercury did a retrograde in Virgo in your 4th house. It was quite an intense retrograde for you. There was a lot of working with your head and your heart, bringing your head and your heart into an alignment, okay? 6 of Wands, very successful. 7 of Wands, that alignment was really important for you. Now, as Mercury shifts into Libra, into your 5th house, you can be a little bit more easy about life, find a little bit more joy, a little bit more harmony, a little bit more satisfaction, a little bit more creativity, fun. You can have a little bit of fun this week, Gemini. Especially Mercury in the 4th will make a beautiful trine to Pluto in the 8th house, and so this will help you to release and let go of anything that has been blocking you, anything that has been keeping you stuck. So old patterns, especially on the emotional level, this will be about transcending them in order to gain empowerment. Pluto brings us a sense of empowerment, and you can have that sense of empowerment over whatever has been trapping you, like from these old patterns, and move forward, and like I said, into a little bit more fun and playfulness and playful energy. So with the 6 of Wands, there's victory there. So overcoming obstacles this week could be really a really big theme for you. And with the 7 of Wands, staying in alignment with your authenticity, which that 5th house is, with the Libra season, is your authenticity, right? What's uniquely yours, your unique creative spark. And then we're building towards the eclipse in next week in that sign as well. So this will be really, I'm actually really excited for you, Gemini. It's a really beautiful week, even though there's this letting go that's taking place. I think it's a really positive, successful week for you. So enjoy your beautiful week, Gemini. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you again next week. Take care. Hello there, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly check-in. So this week we have Mercury moving into Libra, into your 4th house. Okay. And Venus moving into Virgo, into your 3rd house. So with the Ace of Swords here, you know, the 3rd house is the house of our communications. It's the house of our thoughts, so our thought habits, and also the way we speak with other people, the way we communicate, even the way we write. So the Ace of Swords here is requesting, or is inviting you to deliver some clarity this week, to get clear within your thoughts, and also the way you speak to other people. With Venus in your 3rd house, you will come across with anything that you express. So you'll be encouraged to express, but anything that you express will be softened and will be received well by other people. So trust that, and trust that if you speak with honesty and with clarity, that it's going to be okay, that things will move forward well for you. Now we have this be patient card here, so meaning that there is a need to slow down and to not push too hard, not push forward too hard. We do have the eclipses next week. You know, there's going to be some fast moving energy coming as we move into Scorpio season. We've had a lot of retrograde energy and the planets are starting to move forward. So this is just a part of the process that needs to be accepted as you're moving through this week. So not everything can happen now, even though we've got the Fool, we've got a fresh new beginning, a fresh start, some really exciting energy. It's very light and easy energy, very exciting, and a new adventure. You may be really pumped to get into it, to move forward with it. You know, what if this Ace of Swords is a new idea? You may want to throw yourself into it, get into it and get it happening now, and that may feel like impatience. So there is this linear time frame that we have to fit in. So not everything can happen now in physical reality. And if you start to get impatient about it, you'll slow things down. Impatience puts the brakes on. So relaxing into the pace, to the natural pace of what it has to be for in the physical reality, and allowing that will benefit you this week, Cancer. So that's your weekly check-in for this week. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you next week. Take care. Hello there, Leo. Welcome to your weekly check-in. So we have a really big week this week. Venus will move out of your sign, okay? It has just finished a retrograde there throughout August, and September, okay? And now it's going to be moving out of your sign into your second house, into Virgo. So that will be a big release of energy for you, okay? And also Lilith is moving out of your sign too into your second house. So that was a 9-month transit that you'll be releasing this week as well. Mercury will also move out of Virgo and into Libra, into your third house, which is where the sun is. It's where Mars is. So where we're about to have an eclipse in Libra too, in your third house. So there's this climactic energy happening in that house as well. So with Venus and Lilith moving into the second house, your material realm will be highlighted. The second house is your house of your resources, of your possessions, of your money. Okay, so the material realm will be in focus for you, and this Embrace Spirit card is a reminder to look at the underlying undertone of that too. So not just hyper focusing on the material, on the money, but looking at also the vibrational signature of that, which is self-worth and security and stability. So those feelings, those emotive feelings. We've got the 10 of Cups here, again emphasizing the importance of the emotions, and the 7 of Wands, the importance of your spiritual development. Okay, so it may be that you will be very drawn to the physicality of life this week, Leo, but remembering that your emotions and your spiritual alignment is important. 7 of Wands is your alignment with Source, with Spirit, and 10 of Cups is that feeling of overflowing abundance, of overflowing joy. So tapping into those, taking your attention off your money or your wealth or your resources or your possessions or your home, and focusing on your alignment this week will support everything else. It may seem counterintuitive to shift your focus, but trust in the guidance that it will actually help things to move forward a lot quicker. So that is your weekly check-in this week, Leo. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate your time, and I will see you again next week. Take care. Hi there, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly check-in. We have a big week this week. We have Lilith moving into your first house, into your sign on Wednesday, and Venus will follow straight after on Monday, moving into your first house. We have your ruling planet Mercury moving out of your first house, where it just did a retrograde, and moving into Libra, into your second house on Thursday as well. So a lot of energy influencing who you are as an individual, who you are as what your character is, and who you are becoming in this journey of life. So Lilith will be in your sign for the next 9 months until July next year. And Lilith, when we're influenced by Lilith, when it's in the first house, it's really, we embody the qualities of Lilith, and she brings up healing for us around themes and wounds that we have experienced in our life to do with rejection, abandonment, and shame. So be without malice has come out, which indicates that you will be there'll be things coming up for you as Lilith crosses the cusp into your first house, to do with these things where you have been let down, where you have been betrayed, where you have been disrespected or disappointed by other people. This could come up as hurt or woundings, okay? And the guidance here is for you to choose how you respond to that. Choose how you respond. If this happens to you this week, it may be something happens that way you feel that way, or it may be that it's things in the past are coming to the surface. So remembering that you get to choose your reaction. You get to choose how you deal with this. With the King of Cups here, you get to choose your emotions. The King of Cups is the master of his emotional realm. He utilizes his emotions for his own guidance, but he does not become too invested. It does not become a part of his identity. So in that first house, recognizing that betrayal, hurt, malice, pain, rejection, abandonment, all of that things on that spectrum are not who you are. So detaching from any of it, that's the message of the King of Cups, and staying pure and authentic in your alignment. Seven of Swords. With the Seven of Swords here as well, it does kind of suggest that maybe someone may betray you, may be sneaky. Seven of Swords is quite a sneaky energy. People sneaking behind your back, being nasty, letting you down. So recognizing that you get to choose how you handle this, and you can rise above it, Virgo, this week. You can, even if this is happening, if you're in the midst of it, you can choose to rise above it, not let it define who you are moving forward. You get to define that. So choose your response this week, Virgo. I hope this reading helps you. Have a really safe week, and I will see you in the next check-in. Take care. Hi there, Libra. Welcome to your weekly check-in. This week we are in your season, your first house energy. We're building towards a solar eclipse in your first house that's going to take place next weekend. Mercury is going to enter your first house on Thursday, okay? So you'll have Mercury with you until the 22nd of this month. So about 2 weeks you've got Mercury. So that's a really positive energy for having conversations, for communicating, for letting people hear you and see you, and being social in that social space. You also have Lilith and Venus transiting into your 12th house, into Virgo this week. So that's going to have an impact on you as well. So when the 12th house is activated, usually we need to take time away. We need to take ourselves away from the world and be like in solitude, be in private. And you've got this see yourself in nature card. So you could take some time out and be in nature this week. That would really benefit you as you start to integrate some of that 12th house energy, and preparing, remember, for that eclipse in your first house is going to be a huge eclipse for you. There's going to be a lot going on. Okay, the 12th house brings out trapped traumas, trapped shame. It's the house of our subconscious, so things coming from the subconscious with the Devil card here, especially with Lilith. Lilith is associated with things like shame, rejection, abandonment, fears, betrayal. So anywhere where those are being held or trapped in the body, if there's been times in the past that you've held on to, may come up with Lilith moving into your 12th house. That's a 9-month transit, so it's a big transit, but you may start to see that or start to feel that this week as she crosses the cusp into your 12th house. The King of Wands is a request for you to stay in your own leadership role, okay? Because as this is your season and as you're preparing for that eclipse, you are the leader of the zodiac this month, and you're the embodiment of authority and royalty at this time. Really shining brightly is important. So there's this balance between wanting to be private, wanting to be reclusive, and also shining brightly and confidently. And the way that you manage that this week, Libra, is by tapping into nature. So either sitting in nature, whether that's a rainforest or a beach or just a park, sitting on the grass, or, you know, visualizing yourself in nature and doing grounding exercises, visualizing yourself tapping into the earth will be really beneficial for you this week, Libra. So I hope you have a really beautiful week, and I will see you in next week's check-in. Take care. Hello there, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly check-in. This week there is a lot of energy in Libra in your 12th house, okay? And Mercury on Thursday will move into your 12th house as well. So there's this heavy emphasis on the 12th, which really does require you to pull inwards, to become reserved, to become, to take your time out and be private, to take some time to be with yourself, to be in that space of solitude. Now, Mars will move into your first house next week. It's in the final degrees of Libra, final degrees of that 12th house. So this card of being patient is really asking you to just stay with the transits at this time. The transits are pulling you inwards. Things are slow with Mars in the 12th house. Things are very slow. It's hard to move forward. I know that you're getting bored with the Four of Cups here. You may be feeling like impatient, feeling like things aren't coming together, and you're wanting to push forward. But know that once Mars transitions into your sign on the 12th of October, and as we move into Scorpio season from the 24th, things will speed up then. So this is just a little bit of extra time to take that slower pace, to turn inwards and to recognize what is missing in your life. Eight of Cups, where you want to apply yourself when the energy does start to move forward. Okay, so this is a good way to utilize this week, is to tap in, be slow, be steady, be still, and prepare, pave the ground for what direction, what's missing. Eight of Cups, what's missing on that emotional level that you would like to journey towards next week and into the end of October. So a little bit of patience this week, Scorpio, and a little bit of fine tuning will be of benefit to you. Have a really wonderful week. Enjoy your downtime while you have it, and I will see you next week. Take care. Hello there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly check-in. This week, Mercury will be moving into your 11th house, activating your 11th house. You've got the sun there already, and we're building towards a solar eclipse in your 11th house. That happens next weekend. Okay, Venus will also move into your 10th house, into the house of career. So there's a lot going on this week. There's a lot of activation happening. It may be a very social month for you as well, okay? There may be a lot of pressure on you. You've got the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands have come out. So that's a lot of inspiration. There's a spiritual journey that is taking place. So whatever's happening in your physical reality, there's a spiritual undertone. There's a lesson here. Seek the lesson, okay? There's a reason why this is happening. There's something for you to learn, Sagittarius. Something for you to take forward with you. And this may be the lead up to the eclipse as well, to that eclipse in the 11th house. With the 11th house activated like this, there's probably other people involved. It may be a work thing, so there may be work networks, colleagues, people to do with, or people who influence you in your work that may be involved here. It's a challenging time if there's a lot on your plate, if you're being really pressured, you know, there's something here for you. The 9 of Wands represents perseverance and persistence and getting through, so you can get through this. And by looking for and seeking out the lesson in what's happening, you may get through it with a lot of respect and dignity, okay? So there's this ability with the 10 of Wands as well. The 10 of Wands signifies moving towards something you've been working on, something that has taken a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of responsibility that you've been working on, but you're almost there, you've almost finished, and there's just one last little hurdle, a little lesson to overcome, to embed, to embody. As we move into that solar eclipse, which is very exciting, will bring some blessings for you, and especially into the end of October, there'll be some blessings there as well. So this is the heavy lifting that comes before those blessings can slot into place in your life. So I hope you have a really beautiful week. I hope that there is clarity that comes from this for you, Sagittarius, and I will see you in next week's check-in. Take care. Hello there, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekly check-in. This week, Mercury will move into Libra, into your 10th house. It is Libra season, and we're building towards a Libra solar eclipse next weekend. And so this is a little bit of a taster of what's to come, what's coming up for you in that eclipse, and will add its weight to that. Venus is also changing signs, moving out of Leo, where it just did that retrograde, and moving into Virgo, which represents your 9th house as well. Now, the other thing that's happening is that Lilith, Black Moon Lilith, will transition into Virgo too. That happens on Wednesday. Now, Lilith transit is long term. It will last for 9 months, and it's highlighting your 9th house, which is the house of your perspective, of your thought habits. And so with this embrace the dark here, you know, even this lady on the card reminds me of Lilith in a way. So Lilith is all about our feelings of abandonment, of rejection, of shame and betrayal. And so this may be coming up for you this week. It may be triggered when Lilith crosses the cusp on Wednesday or into the rest of the week as well. There's an opportunity to shift the story, the narrative there. So if somebody has betrayed you in the past, or you've betrayed somebody, or you've betrayed yourself, or there's a narrative around rejection or abandonment or shame, you know, it was going to be different for everybody. But as that comes up for you this week, really embracing the dark and recognizing that the dark and the light are not different. Good and bad thinking is very black and white and is not reflective of reality, really. So this is about embracing the gray zone, embracing the contrast, taking that contrast with you into a forward momentum, right? So when bad things happen to us, when dark things happen to us, it's just the meaning that we apply to that shapes the event, right? So you get to choose what meaning you apply to that storyline. So you can change that this week. You have the opportunity to change your narrative, to change the story. So if someone betrayed you, for example, you can change that and see the silver linings, see the lessons and how that was an upliftment, or making it more uplifting for yourself. This is something to work on. 8 of Coins, to really master your mindset with Lilith there and Virgo there this week. The best way to do this kind of work is through meditation and contemplation. 4 of Swords. It really is to sit with and be still in that space. So when the 9th house is activated and when you're doing this work, you can be with yourself, be with and support and honor yourself. And that will help you to remove any abandonment storylines, because almost every time that we're abandoned by another person is because we've abandoned ourselves first. So really that's shifting the narrative, is looking at how you abandon yourself and changing that around so that you're self-partnering and you're being self-generative. You're not abandoning yourself anymore. And that's something that you can tap into this week, Capricorn. I wish you all the best for this week. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Hello there, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly check-in. This week on Thursday, Mercury will move into Libra, into your 9th house. It is Libra season, and the 9th house is heavily activated, and we're also moving towards an eclipse in the 9th house as well. The other thing that's happening is that Venus will move out of Leo, out of your 7th house, and will move into Virgo, into your 8th house. Venus just did a retrograde there, so that was a very powerful, impactful time over August for you. Whenever something hits the 7th house, it highlights your relationships, okay? Letting 2 become 1. So your relationships, your one-on-one connections, your intimate partnerships were highlighted, and ways that you interact and communicate with these people were highlighted for you throughout that retrograde energy, throughout August and September, sorry. And now when Venus crosses the cusp on Monday into your 8th house, the 8th house is a supplementary house of the 7th. And so it supports anything that happened in the 7th. So if you connected, if you became a partner to somebody, if you got into a relationship or you strengthened your relationship, as Venus moves into that 8th house, it's going to support that. That's going to grow and you can build on it. So letting 2 become 1 is really the message for you this week, to embrace that connection. Now, if there isn't another person involved, if you're single and that didn't apply, then It's about merging with your inner being, with your higher self. The Hierophant, okay, really represents that connection to something bigger than yourself, to your higher self, and allowing your higher self to be embodied in and to flow through you as a channel, okay? Two of Coins suggests that there is a balancing act to do here. So maybe if you are in a relationship that both of you have conflicting needs or conflicting schedules or something that needs to be balanced, and it's really about finding the middle ground so that everybody's needs can be met. And the way that you do that is through connecting with your own inner being and connecting with your own needs and knowing your sense of self so well that you can communicate this effectively with your partner or with the world, with other people that you're engaging in, so that there's boundaries there, so that you know that your needs will be met by yourself or by others or both. And then having that trust and compassion and care for that other person as well. So embedding that into your practice as you're moving forward this week too. Okay, so that is your weekly check-in for this week. I hope you have a beautiful week filled with love, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Hello there, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly check-in. This week there's a lot going on, particularly for you. We have an activation of your 7th house of Virgo. So Venus will move into Virgo, into your 7th house on Monday. We're activating your 7th house. Lilith will move into your 7th house on Wednesday, and that starts a 9-month cycle there. So really, really emphasizing your connections with your relationships and your significant partnerships, and looking at diving deeply into any areas of feeling of abandonment and betrayal there. Now, this Follow the Moon card, I feel for you, just represents you as your unique essence, you as an individual, okay? So you have a strong affinity with the moon as a very deeply intuitive sign, and a water sign as well. So there's water in her dress here as well. So I just feel like this card is calling you to really tune into who you are. With when there's 7th house energy, this opposing energy, it can pull you away from yourself, from your center. So this week, being really aware of your center and who you are and your sense of self, and staying in tune and connected to self, not allowing other people to influence you too much. It's hard to do as a Pisces. You're very empathic and you're very connected to other people's energy. So being aware of that is all that is required. Now, the other thing that's happening this week is that Mercury will move into Libra, into your 8th house. So there could be communications, Page of Swords, and this may be why you're needing to stay connected with your truth, with your center, if these communications are difficult. But with the 3 of Wands, there's a lot of momentum here, this forward movement. I really like that for you, Pisces. That means that, you know, the future is coming. You're moving towards the future. You're future oriented, and it's exciting. The 3 of Wands is an exciting energy. So just standing in your essence, in your keeping yourself centered this week will really help to move that momentum forward. So that's your week, Pisces. Have a really beautiful week. Take care of yourself. Tend to your own needs. Express yourself clearly, and I will see you next week.